welcome to another Bflycrochet tutorial. Today we'll learn how to bind off, so to finish a piece of work that is already made and you need to finish it. The way that I will teach you today is one of the ways. There is so many ways to bind off, but this is the first method that I've learned and that I've used a lot. So it's really a good method when you have something square or rectangular that you want to finish off. I don't use that method when I'm knitting a garment or things like that. I use other method, but for today I will teach you this method that is really great for shawl, for a blanket, or for a scarf. So to do so, when you're done, let's say I just need to have this small rectangular shape and I don't need to finish it to have it done. I'm done with it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna knit the first 2 stitch, and then with the tip of my needle on my left side I will go and grab the first loop that I've made and I will pass it over the second one. A little trick that I can give you is to just tighten a little bit your working yarn to be sure that you just don't drop all your stitch. So next I'm gonna go and knit my second stitch now, so my third stitch of the work, and I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna use the tip of my left needle to go just underneath here, grab it. I will pull a little bit on my stitch that is on my that is with my working yarn, and I'm gonna pass it over. I will do it one more time. So knit as usual. I will go here underneath, grab my stitch, pull a little bit on the second one, and pass it over. So if you want to see, my stitch are all bind off and I have less stitch, and I can continue all over to just finish every stitch in this row. It's the same thing when you have, let's say that this stitch was a purl stitch. I will purl this stitch like normal. The only thing that is really important is that you need to go and put your yarn in back of the work to just bind off. It will be first easier, and you will have everything. So let's say that I have like ribbing on my work and I want to do it I want to continue the pattern. I can do it. So if this was another purl stitch, I will just I've lost my needle. It could sometimes happen. Just put it back. I will put my yarn in front, purl this stitch, and then bring my yarn in back, go underneath the first stitch and tighten my second stitch and pass it over. So I will continue to finish off this all of these stitches, and after that I will show you what it will look like when it's not on the needle. Okay, now I'm done. I just have one stitch left. So what I will do is I will just pull it a little bit, take off my needles, grab a pair of scissors, cut my yarn, oops, and then I will make the loop a little bit bigger, and I will pass the tail of my yarn into the loop to make a knot, tie it off, and then I'm done. So you see you have these here. Okay, focus camera. Sorry, my camera don't want to focus, but you have these here. The only downside to this bind off is that it's not really stretchy. So that's why I said it's great to for a blanket or a scarf, because you don't need it to be really stretched. But when you have a garment, let's say a sweater or a sock that you do from a toe up, and you need something that is really more stretchy than that, because here there's a lot of stretch, but it is tight. So that's the only thing that is not great about this bind off, but it's easy. So for someone who begins in knitting, it's a great way to do it. And the other thing that I want to say is that you need to be careful when you take the tip of your needles to go and grab all of the yarn and not split it off, so that you will be if not, you will have some yarn peeking through your edging, and it won't be great work. So here is my piece that is bind off, and now if I need to do some more, or I need to sew them together, if I have multiple of that, I can do it. So I hope you like this tutorial. If you have any comments or any question, please feel free to contact me or put them in the comment section down below. And while you were there, if you want to subscribe, I will really appreciate it. And until next time, happy knitting. Bye.